Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. This is a change of scenery because I wanted some fresh air. So in today's video, I want to talk about the California girls. Now, I know that you've probably heard Katy Perry talk about California girls, but this is not that California girls. So if you want to hear about how this lady masterminded almost $8.5 million in theft from Sephora, Lens Crafters, and Ulta, stay tuned to this video. Okay, now before we get into this, I am not condoning theft. I do not agree with people stealing things to turn around and make money off of them, but I will say that this economy is bad and I don't condone it, but I understand it, okay? So I was scrolling TikTok yesterday, as I do, and I came across this TikTok about this lady named Michelle Mack. And what she's currently in jail for now and the charges that are pending against her are wild. I have not seen anything like this in a very long time. So I wanted to come on here and read an article about it and react to it, okay? So this is the Daily Mail. It's going to be linked in the description box down below if you'd like to read along, or if you would just like to read it for yourself. The headline is, glamorous millionaire Queen Pen 53 is accused of running crime ring of 12 women called California girls who stole $8 million in cosmetics and designer clothes, storing them in a 4,500 square foot mansion and selling them on Amazon. Michelle Mack, 53, recruited up to 12 young women to steal from stores across the country and mail the loot back to her $3 million home, police claim. She would give them lists of what she wanted and pay their airfares to more than a dozen states nationwide. Prosecutors have charged her, her husband Kenneth, and 7 known associates with 136 felony counts of grand theft. Now, you guys already know what kind of store Sephora is. You already know what Ulta is. But the fact that they were stealing, allegedly, from Lens Crafters, like, what does Lens Crafters have that you could just readily steal and access? Are they not just prescription glasses? Can you imagine working out the logistics of having up to 12 people fly out to you at your destination and then go out and steal? Like, how does somebody come up with that? Like, what is her business plan? How did she get to this point, and how did she know what to do to make this amount of money? A wealthy California mom is accused of masterminding a nationwide shoplifting organization that stole millions of dollars worth of makeup and clothes from hundreds of stores for more than a decade. So this isn't just something that she set up overnight. This is something that she invested blood, sweat, and tears into, maybe even some beers, girl. Like, to do this for 10 years. It makes me wonder how long they were on her case and what they did to find out exactly how she was doing this, like who snitched on her. Michelle Mack, 53, allegedly paid airfares, hotel bills, and car rental costs for up to a dozen operatives who would post their loot to her home in Bonsall before she sold it on Amazon for knockdown prices through a front company on Amazon Marketplace. So girl, you are getting so many charges behind this. They said you had 136. I want to know how many Amazon pressed on you, because I'm sure that they could probably get in trouble for this too, because would that not be receiving stolen goods? Now, you guys know I don't like Oprah, but it's kind of like when she gave out those cars, she was like, you get a car, you get a car. Except for now, in this case, it's you get a charge, you get a charge, and you get a charge. Her gang, dubbed the California Girls by investigators, that's actually really cute, operated in more than a dozen states coast to coast, targeting outlets including Lens Crafters, Sephora, and at least 231 Ulta stores.
Michelle Mack was arrested after a 2-year-long investigation. Federal agents raided her Bonsall home on December 6, where they say they found plenty of evidence she's a ringleader behind this criminal enterprise. Michelle Mack, who, according to search warrants, lives at this Bonsall home, is behind a nationwide shoplifting ring that targeted Ulta beauty stores in various states.
Now, I know when I tweeted out about this and I said that I was going to be making a video about $8.5 million worth of products being stolen, a lot of people probably thought I was going to rehash what happened with Jeffree Star. No, girl. No, girl, this is a decades-long heist we have going on here. This supersedes what happened with Jeffree Star. Police found a mini store of goods worth $350,000 in a 5 a.m. raid on her $3 million home, and fear that the total hit retailers may have topped $8 million. If you try to make an easy buck off other people's hard work, we will arrest you and prosecute you, said California Attorney General Rob Bonta said as charges were filed. Investigators spent more than 2 years trying to break the gang, which was tasked with clearing entire shelves of goods, which they concealed in Louis Vuitton bags. Girl, this is the upper echelon of shoplifting.
Thanks. I bought it at Versace.
The conspiracy started to unravel when two shoplifters were arrested in an Ulta store on the East Coast, and one of them told police that she was working for a woman in California who provided her with a list of stores to target and the prices she would pay for stolen items.
Mac paid as many as 12 people to steal from the beauty store and other retail outlets and ship the stolen goods to her post office box in Bonzel, and that Mac would then sell the items on Amazon. CHP officers first began investigating 12 people they believed were involved in retail theft at Ulta stores in Southern California, including San Diego County. Eventually, 2 of them were arrested on the East Coast. They told investigators it was a woman in California who was behind it all. The information, which included social media messages, led investigators to Mac.
Like, how do you even come up with the pricing on something that you stole? Because it's 100% profit. The only thing you're paying with is your time when you get caught. So I want to know what she was selling this at. Was it like rock bottom prices? Was she being competitive with Ulta? Like, what was she doing and what was her marketing plan? Like, how was she selling all this stuff? I know it couldn't have just all been on Amazon. Like, I hope we get more information on this later about like what kind of products it was. And if you ordered them from Amazon, I wonder if any of you guys got any of these stolen goods. A search of her phone revealed dozens of messages from a woman later identified as Mac. Investigators then found that Mac ran a retail outlet on Amazon called Online Makeup Store, which offered more than 300 items on its product line. Girl, what in the TikTok shop is going on here? The items listed for sale were nearly 50% off the actual retail price, which was included in the sales listing. A search warrant application explained. The steep discount suggested the items were being fenced. Now, I don't know what that means. If you guys know what being fenced means, let me know down below. Amazon provided investigators with records showing the outfit had racked up sales worth $8 million since 2012, including nearly $2 million in 2022 alone. So when COVID hit, girl, she was out here balling. She was living a life of luxury. Papers filed by the Attorney General's office note that the manner in which defendants carried out the crimes indicates planning, sophistication, or professionalism.
Earlier this week, San Diego County District Attorney Summer Stephan testified before Congress about organized retail theft, calling it a major challenge across the nation.
Public safety, the safety of our children, our businesses, our communities, small and large, that is not a political issue. That's a human issue. That's a human rights issue. Nothing will thrive without safety. It is not just an economic issue. If you go to the ground level and actually talk to the employees in the stores, you will sense the fear and the trauma and how much impact this has on human beings.
Can you imagine going to prison and people asking you what you're in for? And you go up and you tell the biggest, baddest person there that you're a professional shoplifter. What? They also claim that Mac included others to participate in the commission of the crime or occupied a position of leadership or dominance of other participants in its commission. I'm not stealing regular. I'm going to start filling up my bag quick. So I want to know stuff I can grab in bulks too. Defendant Kamora Lee Gooding texted Mac on January 7th last year. Days later, Mac texted her husband, even without Lancome, we still did well, before he replied, lots of orders. Let's get shipping. It's the audacity for me. Investigators raided her home in northern San Diego County on December 6th before filing 140 charges against Mac, her husband Kenneth, and 7 of her alleged gang. This is the California Girls gang, y'all. On entering the 4,500 square foot mansion, they located and seized hundreds of parcels prepped for shipment that would ultimately be mailed at the local post office. The charges include 136 counts of grand theft, 2 counts of receiving stolen property, 1 count of conspiracy, and 1 count of organized retail crime. I see the justice system work slowly, but it seems to be working, one of Mac's neighbors told NBC7. One of the women, Alina Franco, reportedly had $67,000 worth of stolen beauty products at her home in Colton, San Bernardino, when her home was raided on the same day.
Amazon sales records show Mac's business made nearly $2 million in 2022. She sold nearly $8 million on the site since 2012. Federal agents and CHP officers raided Mac's home on December 6th, where they are said to have found a mini store of stolen goods and cosmetics worth approximately $350,000.
In July last year, Mac texted Franco asking, "Did you get some new girls? I really need products, so if you have anything, please let me know." Franco appeared in court on February 27th, where she denied multiple felony counts, including conspiracy to commit organized retail theft. The National Retailer Federation estimates that retailers lost $40.5 billion to shoplifters in 2020. 2022, most of it to organized gangs. The number of cases brought against organized theft groups by Homeland Security investigations more than tripled from 59 to 199 between 2021 and 2022, and I think that we have COVID to thank for a lot of that, because you have to think that was a time when people really did not have supplies, people didn't have money to buy supplies, they were just running down to the local Walmart and getting what they needed. The rise in organized retail crime affects all retailers, consumers, and communities, said Ulta Vice President. Not only does organized retail crime jeopardize the safety of our store associates and guests, but it also results in potentially unsafe or damaged products being resold online to consumers under false pretenses. Mac's house, complete with a swimming pool, 4-car garage, and 31-acre vineyard, is now on sale for $2.7 million after a $200,000 price cut. Ulta said the investigation is ongoing and the total size of the operation may be bigger yet. So clearly they are not finished with Mr. and Mrs. Mac. I'm going to continue to follow this because I'm very interested in this. How did they get away with this for over a decade? But if you guys enjoyed this, let me know by liking this video. And if you made it to this part in this video, leave me the cop emoji down below. And also quickly, I did just want to update you guys on what was going on with Dan Schneider. You guys know I recently covered that in a Drake Bell video. Well, both of them have came out and they've made statements. And if you'd like a video on that, let me know down below. But with all that said, I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.